Hey everyone, welcome to chapter 19. Today we are talking about fourth declension. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set up a chart and we are going to decline some fourth declension nouns. Okay, I'm going to first give you the endings for fourth declension. So fourth declension in the masculine and feminine ends in a US. Most fourth declension nouns are masculine. There are a few feminine nouns. The nouns domus and manus are two feminine fourth declension nouns. Domus house, manus hand. They're two of the most common nouns in Latin, so it just happens that two of the most common nouns are feminine. Most fourth declension nouns are masculine. Okay, so us, us, and then genitive is us, a long U. Dative is ui, accusative and ablative u. So us, us, ui, u. So lots of u's in fourth declension. And then in the plural, it's also us, and then genitive plural is two u's, It's a fun one to say. And then dative is ibus, okay, changes to an I. And then accusative is us, long U, and ablative is ibus. So us, ui, u, us, ibus, ibus. And for the vocab entry of a fourth declension noun, it's going to look like this. So a really common one is exercitus. So exercitus, which means army. So I just spelled that wrong. Okay, let's put it over here. Exercitus, exercitus, okay, masculine, and exercitus means army. Okay, so exercitus, masculine, army. Okay, so let's take a fourth declension noun and decline it in full. Okay, and so for our example noun, let's go ahead and use the noun manus. So manus, manus, feminine, hand. Okay, so we already have our nominative, manus, and we have our genitive, manus. Okay, I'm going to take away the genitive singular ending to get the base. So I'm going to write out the base. And then after I have written out my base, I'm going to add in the endings for fourth declension. Okay, so manus, we have manus. Okay, that macron's really important. Then manui, manum, manu, and then manus, manuum, manibus, manus, manibus. Okay, so now we have declined our first fourth declension noun. And the translations, of course, these are all the same. So manus is hand, manus is of the hand, or the hands, manui is to or for the hand, manum, the hand, and manu, by, with, or from the hand. Usually if you see manu, it's probably an ablative of means you do something with your hand. Okay, and the plural translations are all the same, we just change the English word to plural. Okay, so that works for fourth declension masculine and feminine. But there is a fourth declension neuter. Okay, and there are a few words in Latin that exhibit this pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and write out a chart. And we'll do the endings, and then we'll decline one. Okay, so the endings for fourth declension neuter are u, us, and then u. This one's great. Okay, so Not a whole lot of difference. And you might ask, how do you tell the difference between dative or accusative or ablative? And usually context will make that very clear. Okay, in the plural, ua, and then and then ibus, just like masculine and feminine, and then ua, and then ibus. Okay, so now I'm going to take a fourth declension noun and decline it next to the ending. So a really common fourth declension noun is the word cornu. So it's cornu, cornus, neuter, and it means horn. That's where we get the word cornucopia. Not horde, but horn. Horn. Okay, so let's decline cornu. So it'll be cornu, cornus, and then cornu, cornu, and cornu. And they say Latin's hard. Okay, and then in the plural, cornua, cornuum, cornibus, cornua, cornibus. There are not a lot of fourth declension neuter nouns. There's only a handful of them in Latin, but cornu is one of them, and you'll see it a lot in Latin. So it's one of the most common Latin words. So it's important that we know the declension of fourth neuter. Okay, and that's it for this talk on fourth declension, and thanks for tuning in, everybody, and see you next time.